Welcome everybody to the crypto channel of John, and I will be your host today, like every other day. Starting the morning with looking at your portfolio and seeing it go up is always nice. Now, first of all, let's take a small break for a coffee, or better said, a cacao. I don't drink coffee anymore. But today we're gonna have it over passive incomes. I enjoy passive incomes. I think all of you would. Every day you wake up and your amount grows for doing nothing just by investing a little bit. So I'll be going over my passive incomes, what I have, and how I made it to this far for making about 2,000, a bit more than $2,000 a month. It was not the easiest way to go, but I'm very happy that I did. For now, I'm enjoying and having a lot of fun with it, of course. I want to accumulate a lot more and see where we end up, of course. But monthly, I will do this once a month now and show you guys where we at, where we go, and how we can grow together, of course. Maybe some of them you will enjoy, maybe some you won't. Let's take a look together and see where we at. I will be going over all my tokens that we have, everything. The prices are being added from today, and we will see where we get, how much we have, and how much everything was for price. Now, first of all, here in this column, you can see the amount of money that I needed to buy everything. So I have about $57,000 invested into this, all of my projects together. The price worth of today for all of my projects is around $49,000. So the amount went up. So that means most of my investments were a good choice. The few went down in price, but yeah, that can happen too. I'm still learning myself. Now, first of all, the one that I want to talk about is IoT BOP. So IoT is the native coin that you get from a BOP miner. This used to be priced at around $400, and I'm still not over it. I still did not return on investment on this one, but I am willing to bet that I will by the end of this bull run because of Helium, that has done a very nice job at this point and is putting out a beautiful network. And the second one is because of Deepin is going up very nicely too. And I believe that Deepin will be one of the biggest and most beautiful stuff that will grow for this next bull run. Now, let me take a look at you guys, that you can look with me together what IoT is and where I don't know really if you can still buy these things, but would I recommend it? Not really at this point. I think you have better investments than. I would not recommend to buying a Helium at this point or a BOP miner. So IoT, I will take a look. Helium IoT. Helium.com. Let me take a look if we can still buy these things. You can still buy miners, so it's still possible. I'll leave a link from everything in the description. So if you do not know what Helium is a decentralized network for mobile phones. So they have deployed perfectly on the Solana chain now. So they are migrated to the Solana chain, and they use now real life payments for phones. So they have accumulation from real people that use their network already. And that's beautiful to see. Also, the demo network works on Helium, so that's the second one that works already to it. So you can make a good understanding that this will survive for the next, at least the next 4 years again. And I really believe that this can do a lot, but I would not buy one of the Bobcat miners anymore because of the price and the amount of return on investment. It would take you a nicely time before you got return on investment on this coin. So, but there are new things that I would invest in from Helium network, but I cannot buy it on our part of the globe. So I cannot deploy it here. So they do not. So TNT hotspots are called it. So they do not let us build it up here and receive tokens from it yet. So it's just for the US. So if you're interested, take a look. US definitely has a part and can definitely take a look in here. Second one is yield node. Yeah, this one has been offline for a while. They still are accumulating, they still are deploying, they still have a nice community, the network is still growing, they still communicate with everybody. So I do believe with the whole of my heart that this one will succeed by the next run again, and then I will be able to get the funds back out of it. So they've been in here for the last 2 years and a bit, and I cannot touch them at this point. So they bought NFTs, they made NFTs from it. They used to be giving me a nice return on investment. They gave about 6% every month average. So that was yield node. Let me take a look at the website for a second. If we can. Yield nodes. So this was yield node at that point. Now they are deploying a lot more. They're still helping everybody, so they want to be the first global persons that you can run master nodes on, and they are running master nodes through Flux network and themselves, and they are trying to do everything on clouds, and so they don't need really an established point. Oh, it's very nicely to see. So they are now adding a third party member, so they can do remotely with a coastal wallet for yourself without everybody else having it, and it looks nice. If you want me to do a full decap on this one, just give me a like or just put me a comment down below, and I will talk everything about this. But at this point they're still on hold, so I would invest in a node, yes. Invest in yield node again at this point, no. I still have to wait, so have patience until it releases again. But I do believe that this one will succeed because they're still having a community, they're building, and they're still growing. So nicely done, I must say. And if yield node succeeds, that means that we will get an extra 6%. I get an extra 5% every 3 months because this is in their clausule and they cannot not give it, or they have to pay everything double in the amount that we have. So that's one of the contracts they cannot break, and they are still doing it, so I'm glad. The only thing is we cannot take it out at this point, but I'm happy. The next one on the road is myria. Now I have 2 of these nodes. They give around $19 a day. So Bob IoT gives around 46 cents a day, so that's not that much, but okay, it's still 46 cents. So weekly that would be $3, monthly that's about $13. For $400, if you calculate that one out, so the first one was $400 divided by $13.8 a month, so that means that you needed 28 months. If you divide that by 12, that means that you need 2.4 years to get your money back out. I would just buy the coins, it would be cheaper and easier that way. Now second one, yield node. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea when this one starts again, so we will have to see and have patience. myria, this one is now around $6,200 the bird of price. When yesterday I bought this one again, so buy a node. So they're now around $6,200 still, but you have to pay them in myria tokens. So you can go to the website, go to myria tokens, and then you can see it's around 437,000 myria tokens for a node. It's doable, it's still doable, and I do believe that this one has a lot more potential in growth and going upwards, and the community is good, they speak out. They do need to release a game soon. I do think that one if they want to continue growing, of course. But they communicated and they said the first two games will be released very soon. Let's hope they do, because otherwise they just need to do. That's the best thing. So what do they make? They make around 1370 coins a day. So if you take 1370 coins by the price of today, it was 144. When I looked at it, maybe it's been up a little bit, but that's around $19 at this price point, of course, that you make a day. So if this goes ever to like say 5 cents and you get like the same amount of coins still, that would make you around $68 a day. So that would be hugely nice. If you do this 30 days on a road, that means that you make around 2,000 per node just from the node alone. So I think this has a lot of potential, especially if people catch up to this. There only have been sold around 9,000 nodes, so that's very, very less. So they have a lot of potential in growing and becoming a very nice game studio in the background. Same like Gala is doing at this point, but Gala went global on a few other things. I will come over that one very soon too, because that one is one in my list too that I have. Now this one makes monthly now at this price $591 a month. So if we take $6,200 and we divide it by $591, that means that we have about 10 months into it to regain the money that we put into it. But if the coin grows, of course, in price, that means that we will get a lot more interest and that we will get a lot more coins, of course. That the price, no, not more coins, the daily rewards will go up, of course, and that would be nice. Say that it goes to 5 cents, like I said before, and we still receive, make it 350 x 0.05. That means $76. Do this 30 days, that means 2,000 divided. So $6,002 divided by 2025, that means around 3 months only to get your return on investment. Afterwards, it's all profit, of course. So I do believe that this has a lot of potential. Even if you just have one of them and you would look like it's having just to accumulate the coins, you can still make a lot of money saying, this is the coins, 365 days. So you make around 500,000 coins a year based just of this one alone. And they are cheaper than that, so they don't even cost 500,000 coins. So that means that you would make a profit in a year, even in coins. And I do believe the bull run will take longer than a year from now still, because the official date of the halving is about 50 days, maybe a little bit less or more. It depends on how fast the blocks are created, of course. Third one is Kaspa. This one is still one of my biggest favors for the next run. I think this one has at least the potential of 10 to 15x still. Just a second. And I'm making about $7 out of it a day. These are my miners that are running. I have about 3 of them and they make around 42 to 50 coins a day. So at the price range of Kaspa was at 16 cents. I put it in here 16.7 and that makes around $7 a day. Would I reinvest in Kaspa? I would, but I'm not sure that I would buy miners anymore because of the electrical bill. I prefer nodes because electric is much cheaper than in Belgium. It's not cheap electricity for everybody. Here for me it is, but not everybody has cheap electricity. If you do not, nodes are more fundable, are more easy to run, of course. I make around $200 a month in average for this node, or for these miners that I'm running. And do make sure if you run ever a miner, they make noise too, so make sure you have a room spared for something upside of it, because if you don't want them in your house, the first month it's okay, you hear the money coming in, it's nice. The second month it's okay too, but after a few months you get used to it and you really want the noise to get down. And so I would if you ever do this, make sure you have a spare room somewhere that it's noise silenced, and that you're have a nice ventilation also in the room. So those things you need to keep in mind, of course, too. Now the other one that I have running is demo. I have about 3 demos now running for myself, and they make around 5 coins a day. So that's an average in a week around $20 per node that I run, per demo that I run. So that means I make around $60 for all of them together. At the price range of today was 50 cents, so that means that I make around $60 of these 3 demos. Are they still worth buying? I would say yes. I do believe that this has a lot more growth in it. So let's take a look at demo. So we are at 51 cents at this point. We are almost at max high. 58 cents was maximum high, so we are still growing. This is on the Helium network also. It also is on Polygon, so Polygon Mathematic has a lot of chance of growing. Fully diluted market cap is a bit more than the market cap itself at this point, so we still have a bit of downside that we can see, but I believe that we have a growth hugely. And these only are priced at, let's take a look together how much they are priced at today. So you got 2 demos that you can buy. You have 2 different ones. Let's see, connect the vehicle. Get started. So we got about 2 ones, $279 at this point, or you got about 92 euros. You also have an app. If you have a Tesla, you can just download the app and get some free demos. They are less than if you put in the AutoFi, but you still get some demos. Are it worth it? I would say yes. So like you can see, this demo Macron works on the IoT network from Helium, and you only get a year based on tokens. So do remind that one, you do not get more than 1 year for the first year, and then they will rebrand and we'll see how much they get afterwards. Now the demo AutoPi you will get for a lifetime, for longer time, so I would suggest if you want one, buy this one. It's only $2.79, and if you make around $20 a week, and they grow of course, so make around $20 a week, x 4 times, so that's $80, 279.95 divided by $80, that means that you would only need around 3.4 months, 3.5 months to get your return on investment, and everything afterwards is of course extra gainings that you make passively. In the beginning you need to invest to get more, but afterwards you will have loved it if you've done so, because they keep coming monthly in and you don't have to do anything. While you're sleeping, your money flows into your pockets. That's what everybody loves. Oh, I love it anyway. So the price worth is now $2.79, so let me adjust this one. The price when I bought it was $2.50, so it was a little bit cheaper back then. It's now around $2.79. The other one that I have bought about 5 years ago was a Gala node. They were still affordable at that price. It was around $6,500 for me. I divided it with with a friend of mine, so we bought half. It was around 12,000 at that point. It's worth now around 45,000 for me and 45,000 for him if we can sell it ever. So we make around 700 coins a day. And at the price of Gala at this point, that makes around $13 a day. So this has been at a low point for a very long time, but now we're growing again. If Gala ever sees like, let's take a look, if we ever go like 40 cents for Gala, that means I make around $132 a day at this price point. So I do believe that we can see a Gala price of 30 to 40 cents. If we can last that for a month, I will be very happy. These are already paid off, so I'm already in profit with everything. at this point. The only one that still needs to be that's not in profit is my myria node now. That's the only one, and my yield, because I cannot touch anything of it. The rest is completely profit. So my total that I make around this time is $69 a day. So that means I make around $2,078 a month, and yearly based is this almost 24,000. My purpose is to make a lot more, so this is my purpose. It's in Flemish. If you can't read it, it's okay. And this means still to accumulate, so how much I really want to have. Now, I'm still having a lot of patience because, one, I have bought a hive mapper, so I'm still having patience for this one to arrive. I think next month will be the day, so my passive income will grow a bit more by then, and I'm very happy by that too. I hope you guys learned something. If you want to see more of these kind of things, if you want to follow me up, how much I make every month, leave a comment, share my channel, like it, join my Discord if you want to be the early one to see my trades also, because I've done some beautiful trades this month and we're up a few 100% just on my trades alone. So you're able to buy these passive incomes out of your gainings if you do that. So that's free money you already made, and you made some passive income for life. So that's double winning, I must say. If you don't, that's okay too. But if you join, I'll be open to help you with gratitude and with a lot of love. The $20 range price is still open. It's only open for another 10 persons. After that, it will be closed forever, and everybody will have to pay $50 plus to be able to join my Discord or community completely, because all the levels will be, I won't only have 2 levels anymore. I used to have 3, but it's not, it takes too much time out of my own life, and I cannot divide it. My Discord was a bit not organized like that, too much organized, and it would take too much time. So now we divide it in 2 groups anymore. So if you are one of the last that can buy for $20, be happy, be sure that you're one of the good ones, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice one. Ciao.